Hey Third Eye Tribe, and welcome back to Third Eye Tarot. So in today's video, we'll be diving into another one of the minor arcana cards in the deck of the tarot, and we'll be speaking a little bit about the Eight of Swords. So the minor arcana cards in the tarot card reading are known to emphasize the daily events, behaviors, and choices made by an individual in their day-to-day lives. The cards are divided into 4 suits, and each suit contains 14 cards. So today we'll be talking about the 8th card in the suit of swords of the tarot, and that is known as the Eight of Swords. So in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, the Eight of Swords card shows a woman that is tied up and blindfolded, surrounded by 8 swords that seem to be acting as some sort of an enclosure for her. It seems like there is no way for her to escape, and she is standing here alone and isolated in the middle of a watery waterland. The sky in the background is grey and cloudy, and the general feeling that we receive from this card is one of great despair. So while it may seem like all is lost and she is very hopeless, notice here that there is a clear path ahead of her, and should she just remove her blindfold, she will be able to escape to safety and security. So when the Eight of Swords card appears during a tarot card reading, it signals a time for you in which you'll be asked to break free from your situation and find a way to take off your metaphorical blindfold. It asks you to move away from the sense of being a victim and to not limit yourself by your beliefs or your perspectives. It can also symbolize a time in which you might be feeling like a sense of entrapment is upon you, or a particular situation is making you feel confused, restricted, and defenseless. So the sense of entrapment in this situation can also indicate to us that perhaps she's facing some communication problems, especially with her loved ones. But despite the feeling of confusion, this card reminds us that we have the power to break free at any given time and to let go of the shackles that seem to be imprisoning us. So if this card is pulled in the upright position for a love-related reading, it can suggest a time in your life in which you might be feeling very cornered in your relationship. It can also suggest a time in which you might be feeling like you want out of a relationship, or like your partner is making you feel very trapped and worthless. But before you rush into anything or leaving your partnership behind, make sure that it's truly what you want. Whatever issues you may be facing with your partner, try and sort them out, because no relationship is without problems. And it's important to weigh the pros and cons before you make any rash decisions. For those who are single, this card can indicate a period in your life in which you are waiting for that perfect person to show up, and so it appears here to serve as a reminder that you'll have to first learn to love yourself, be satisfied with being alone and independent, and be content with the positive energy that you are able to radiate into this world. Work on yourself first, and when you are ready, you will find that the right kind of person who fits your life perfectly will be naturally drawn to you. If this card is pulled in the upright position for a career-related reading, it can suggest a time in your life in which you might be feeling very stuck or trapped in your current position in the workplace. It can also suggest a time in which you've tried to improve your situation several times, but nothing that you seem to be doing is working out in your favor. This might be leaving you feeling very helpless and annoyed, but it also serves as a reminder for you to not forget that you are in fact the master of your own destiny, and you will figure your way out of this pickle. Just get creative, think out the box, and make sure you send in your resumes to every company that has openings or opportunities that you might be suitable for. If this card is pulled in the upright position for a health-related reading, it can indicate some time of mental health issues for some individuals, and a time in which you can be experiencing a deep form of depression or even suffering from some panic attacks. For others, this card can actually signify the actual manifestation of eyesight problems, so perhaps myopia or cataracts or even glaucoma. So it's important to get your eyes checked when this card appears here for you. On the plus side, however, for those who have been trying to lose weight, the Eight of Swords card in its upright position tells us that your efforts will indeed pay off and you'll be feeling lighter and healthier very, very soon. So now I want to talk a little bit more about this Eight of Swords card in the reverse position during a tarot card reading. So when this card is pulled in its reverse position, it can actually symbolize a time in which you are finally able to replace denial, obstacles, and stress with awareness and positivity. It can also symbolize a time in which restrictions are finally being cleared from your path and you are able to start moving forward again. Your stress and anxiety will reduce, and you will now be able to figure out what your situation is with deep clarity and understanding. When reversed, the Eight of Swords card actually symbolizes that your negative thinking will be replaced with positive thinking going forward. You'll be feeling empowered, and you'll be able to assert yourself with a newfound confidence. You will also find that new doors will be opening up for you, and you will now be free to pick, choose, and refuse what you'd like to do. This card also indicates that now is the time to free yourself from some limiting factors of your past, clear out those old skeletons from that closet, and let go of any old patterns of thinking that may have been holding you back. It also asks you to create more room for new things and new experiences, and perhaps even new people to come in. So if this card is pulled in the reverse position for a love-related reading, it can symbolize a time in your life in which you are no longer willing to play the role of the victim in an abusive relationship, and you are finally beginning to acknowledge your own personal powers and take it back from your partner. So for those of you who have been in an abusive relationship, whether it's physically or emotionally, you can actually decide at this point to take a step back from this partnership, assert your own strength and individuality, and decide that this partnership is no longer for you. But on the more negative side, for others who choose to stay in this toxic partnership, it can actually symbolize a time for you in which your partner's behavior actually worsens and you begin to slump into a deeper depression than you were in before. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a career-related reading, it can indicate a time in your life in which you finally have the courage to leave behind a job that was restricting your potential and where you were unable to give your best performance. For others, it can also symbolize a time in which you'll have enough courage to start a totally different career, or a time in which you like to start off a brand new business of your own. But on the more negative front, this card in its reverse position can also symbolize for some that your work can be causing you even more anxiety and making you feel even more trapped in your situation, as you are unable to find a new job or to walk away from this toxic environment. But when this card appears here in its reverse position, it also serves to remind you are just in an illusion and that you are feeling trapped in your situation just because of your mind. This card indicates that sometimes your own self-belief makes you think you are incapable of attaining success or prosperity in the workplace, and so even when help is offered to you, you refuse to take it. It also serves as a reminder to not be too hard on yourself and to just try your best and be happy with that. If this card is pulled in the reverse position for a health-related reading, it can symbolize a time in which you can be healing as you overcome some panic attacks and anxiety disorders, and a time in which you'll be working together with your counselor to a better, healthier version of you. On the flip side though, for a few others, it could also symbolize a time in which your severe depression could even be making you feel very suicidal at this time, and you'll definitely need to find someone that you can reach out to very soon so you're able to free yourself from all those mental chains. And so that was all I have to say about the Eight of Swords tarot card. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you found the video very interesting and informative. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with some of your friends in the tarot community. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.